The other day, I talked about a guy named Jack Like Jess. Jack Like Jess is a guy who refuses to admit that he's a gay man. Jack Like Jess comes from a family of bikers. His father is the leader of a biker gang. And Jack Like Jess also became a member of the Crips. So we're talking about a guy that's had a very interesting past. A past that doesn't accept gay people. And you know what? They're right. We shouldn't accept these people. But Jack Like Jess has been caught multiple times, over and over and over again, doing the most outrageously gay things. For example, there was a time in the past where Jack Like Jess was strung out on drugs. He wanted to feed his addiction. So to feed his addiction, even though he's a plumber making lots of money, he decided, you know what, I'm going to book a hotel room. I'm going to dress up like a woman and put a wig on. And I'm opening up this booty hole up for business. Of course, this was all being recorded and documented, and then it was plastered all over the internet. Everybody associated with Jack Like Jess saw these videos. All of his dad's biker buddy pals, his biker gang, they all saw it. All the Crips from Brooklyn, they all saw the video as well. Remember, Jess was a member of the Crips. And all these black guys saw the video, so this was just a disaster for Jess. But even after all of that, Jess still refuses to admit that he's a gay man. So, it was just way too much for Jess, so he moved to Florida. When he moved to Florida, that's when he really lost control. Jess was on a sexual rampage, having sex with guys, having sex with couples, having sex with transformers. It was just a sexual disaster. At one point, Jess was even a sugar baby. Yeah, he was a sugar baby to a 70-year-old man.
And boom, I got my sugar daddy, gave me 10 grand one time, took care of her right off the bat. Here, bang, here's 2 grand, and let's go shopping. I did my part.
You had a sugar daddy?
I had a sugar daddy.
You deep in this game, Jess.
It was my customer. It was my last customer before I quit. I was working at his house with no shirt on. I'm up on the roof, snaking out his drains. I'm working with no shirt on. But look, the work truck about to leave, and he goes, "Yo, can I squeeze your arms real quick?" I'm like, "Why? What's up?" He's like, "No, you're just really hot." I said, "You're gay?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, this is a 70-year-old guy. I said, or 60-year-old guy. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, you should follow my OnlyFans." So I started showing him that. Bro, I hit him up 3 days later. I said, "Yo, what's up, man?" He's like, "What's up?" I was like, "Look, I need help." He's like, "With what?" I said, "Money to start my new career." He said, "Come over." I went to his house. He gave me 10 bands right off the rip. I ain't do nothing with him. 10 bands.
So, this is just all shocking stuff. This guy's life is a roller coaster. But Jess became famous. He went completely viral when he started parading around his girlfriend, Cassidy. He started taking her on all these podcasts. He started taking her, promoting her, telling her, "This is the love of my life. I gave up on everybody for her. I gave up on my family. I gave up on my friends. Everybody calls me gay now because of her. But I don't care because I love this woman." Come to find out a few days ago that Cassidy and Jess have broken up. Apparently, Cassidy is back on the drugs, drinking and driving, doing all sorts of things, and she has a new boyfriend out there in Las Vegas. And according to Jack Like Jess, they're making fun of him. They're calling him gay. They're calling him the F word. They're saying that he's a little pussy. I mean, could you imagine? Cassidy is a guy, right, with a big old schlong and tits, calling somebody else gay. I mean, this is incredible stuff. But anyways, so they break up, and this guy, Jack Like Jess, is back, and he's back with a vengeance because now he's poor. Cassidy left him out on the streets without a dime to his name. Cassidy took all the money. Remember, Cassidy was making $60,000 a month off her OnlyFans. And it was all because of Jack Like Jess. Jack Like Jess was parading her around like a circus freak on all these podcasts, telling everybody, "Yeah, I love this woman so much." And so all these podcast appearances became a funnel to her OnlyFans, and it became very lucrative. They were buying Beamers, jewelries, iced out rollies, a whole bunch of expensive shit. And it was all because Jack Like Jess decided to throw all his dignity out the window, humiliate his family, all the Crips in Brooklyn. These people were all embarrassed because this guy decided to promote this random woman named Cassidy. And by the way, that just goes to show, women, even when they have a pair of nuts, even when they're men, if they're women, they're never going to be loyal. You can never trust them. These women, the first opportunity they get, they're going to stab you right in the back and they're going to leave you for dead. Even after all you've done for them. Oh, and also, remember, they were parading themselves around. They're the most happiest couple in the world. Apparently, according to Jack Like Jess, they haven't had sex since January.
we weren't having sex like that from January till now. Like, never giving it to me. And then I would ask, and she'd be like, you gotta stop asking me. Like, and then like a month and a half goes by. It's like, yo, you said not to ask, like, what's good? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, realistically, it was because she's been tapped out since then, bro. But you allow me to embrace you every day on the internet. You allow, like, bro, I got our OnlyFans. I got her OnlyFans, I should say. I'm the reason she makes $60,000 a month.
So you see how these hoes are? You see how they are? You give them the world, and you would expect the least they can do is give you some ass. That's the least they can do, right? Not even that. Not even that. But she was already tapped out. You know, she was already sleeping with other guys. So she was tapped out, but she was allowing Jess to take her on all these podcasts, parading her around to funnel all these guys, all these. By the way, who are these guys? Who are these guys that are subscribing? Who are these guys that are paying $60,000 a month? Who are you? How horny could you be? No, I'm serious now. I'm a horny guy. I'm not subscribed to Cassidy and this guy's OnlyFans account. Who are you people? I mean, you got pogs. You got thick black women. You got BBWs. That's not enough for you? No. I want to see dick and balls. Like, let's get real here. At a certain point, you know, we're going to have to get serious in life. At a certain point, we're going to have to tone down the horniness. I'm the horniest guy on the planet. I understand. But at a certain point, this has to stop. How is it that you watch a podcast and you're like, you know what? I'm interested now. I'm going to be part of the funnel that's going to go from this podcast. I'm going to go right in the funnel from this podcast right into her OnlyFans, and I'm going to pay her so she can make $60,000 a month. People make $60,000 a year. And this woman with a fat ball sack is making $60,000 a year because all you decided to go, I'm going to go right into the funnel. I don't know. That looks pretty amusing to me. What about free porn? Xvideos.com. Millions upon millions of videos on xvideos.com for free. That's not enough for you? Get some help, pal. Enough is enough. You know, it's just, if you're subscribed to Cassie's, unsubscribe today. Okay? Because, you know, she's unloyal. She did my boy Jack like just she did him dirty. And by the way, you know, typical female behavior. Again, even though she has a nutsack, typical female behavior. She thinks that she's the star of the show. In her mind, she thinks, yeah, well, I'm the main attraction. I'm the one that's making $60. This is how women think. This is typical female psychology. I'm the main attraction. I'm the bad bitch. Yeah. When it was clearly Jack Light just that made her. So now that she's out of the picture, now that she's gone, now that she's somewhere in Las Vegas, calling Jack Light just gay, calling him a queer, calling him a pussy. Now that she's doing it, now Jack Light Jess has a project. A new girl has come into the picture. A new girl who, by the way, used to be Cassidy's best friend.
How you doing, shorty?
Chilling.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Elena.
How you doing?
Chilling.
You got the new Porsche?
I don't.
Okay.
So, this whole story of Jack Light just has me intrigued. And by the way, I did some research and I saw them having sex on Twitter. Okay, it's not gay, but listen, it was for research purposes only. Okay, they were having sex on Twitter and I saw it. And you know what? It's not that bad. I didn't see any balls. I said to myself, as soon as I see balls, I'm clicking out. I didn't see any balls throughout the whole video. But what I will say is I'm glad that Jack Light Jess is back on his feet because remember, this guy's a crackhead. This guy was on meth. This guy's a disaster. And I'm so intrigued. I'm waiting for this guy. Where does this go next? And I'm happy that he found another girl that he can pimp out and make, tens of thousands of dollars per month. It's, just give it time. Give it time. These guys are going to be making $20,000, $30,000 a month. Easy. You're going to see. And, all of this has me thinking, which one of you guys wants it? Because, there's a lot of guys that come in and they comment every single day. They watch the videos every single day. Which one of you guys wants to make the sacrifice for me so I can buy my G-Wag, so I can buy my Cartier glasses, so I can buy my Ferragamo shoes? Which one of you guys wants to make the sacrifice of wearing a wig, putting a short little, cute little dress on, some high heels, and I'll raw dog you, give you some back shots for it's $60,000 a month. Why not? $60,000 a month. You get 5% because remember, I'm Jack like just in this situation. I'm the guy that has the abs. I'm the guy that has the body. You're just a transformer. Comment down below if you're interested. And by the way, this is serious. I'm dead serious. I want my G-Wagons by next month.